Alright, hi everyone, this is Dennis, and today is Veterans Day, so I made a special tutorial for this topic. It is a tank. This tank is made out of printer paper and is relatively simple. And here I designed 3 different type of templates for it that you can find in the link below in the description. This is the first one that makes this tank, the second one, and the third one. And you can print different ones based on your preferences and where the tank will battle. And here's the tanks that they will make. And if you want to make the tank, then let's begin. Alright, so for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to use the green paper. And as you can see, it's printed on both sides. All you have to do is cut along the dotted lines. And then you can get your pieces. But for normal printer paper users, just split the paper in a hamburger fold into 4 sections, and then you're going to get these parts. So here I have a pre-cutted part. This is going to be the turret, the chassis, and I'm going to save this small piece of paper for the gun. And let's first start here on the chassis. Start by turning the paper over and folding in half. Make sure you line this up well. And now fold to the center this way. Turn over and do the same thing on this side. And now let's unfold. And then grab this piece and bring the edge to the center. Rotate and do the same thing on this side. And now fold on the edge where the tracks will touch the green part. And for normal printer paper users, just fold it to taste. And now all we have to do is fold the paper remaining over the edges. Now that you're done with the chassis, some of you might be worrying about this white edge, and since this template's on a Word document, there's always going to be this white edge, but you don't need to worry because it's going to be covered soon. Now we can move on to the turret. For the turret, start by folding in half this way. And now bring this edge down to our new edge. Now let's turn over and do the same thing on the side. Now let's unfold. And we're going to make a fold that goes up this way. And if you're using a template, you can make a reference with the US Army part, holding it just above it, the words. And again, for printer paper users, just fold it a little bit above a third of the way. Once we're done with this, we can make a fold on this crease only on one layer. And once the layer won't lie flat, we can push here to flatten the pocket. And it's important to line up this crease with the edge. And we will do the same thing on this side. And now, take this flap and fold it over these two edges. And now we'll have to make another fold that goes over here. And to find the point that it goes, fold it so that if we make another diagonal crease, it will hit the edge. I'm just going to use my eyes on this one. And we'll repeat on the same procedures here. And I'll fold this flap over. And we can pull on both flaps to have this box-like turret. And now you're going to use a toothpick or a knife or a blade, whatever you want, to poke a hole right about here. And we're going to roll up this piece of paper for the turret, or the gun. Now that we have all the parts of our tank, we can begin assembling. So first, we begin by putting the turret on top of the chassis. And I like to leave a little bit more space at the front of the tank than the back, so I'm going to shift it about here. And when it's good, we can turn it over and fold over this edge. And now, with this edge found, pull the tank out and wrap it over the other edge. Now we can take this out and crease these well, like this. Now we can tear off a lot of this remaining paper. I say leave some space so that the turret won't be too loose from the chassis. And I'll tear right here. This does not need to be precise. It just needs to have enough so we can put it onto our tank. And we don't need these anymore. So now, plug this under the two flaps. And turn it to this side. And curl it under as well. So now we have a completed tank body. Alright, now it's time to shape our tank and poke the gun. So let's first begin by putting our finger into this layer, the bottom one, and do it on the other side. And now try to separate the two layers. Applying some force so that the layers inside will separate. This process might take a while. Alright, and now we can poke the hole with the toothpick or the knife. In this case, I use this crafting knife, and you basically put it here and then sword. And don't apply any force into the tank, instead only turn. And it's important to remember not to poke in. And after you poke the hole, we can make the gun. Now we have to curl the turret. So a cool trick is to get to the side of the table, which right here, then get a sharp edge, and then grab both ends of the paper and curl at a 90-degree angle. And now with our curled paper, roll it up. This does not need to be perfect and does not need to be thin. And then now, once you've got this, you curl and then put it back and then curl, and repeat this process until the turret's thin enough. And now here is the finished gun, and you can adjust how thick it is and how long it is based on your own preferences. I like it to be about this way. And now you just put shit through the hole, and you have a completed tank. And maybe you can make all of the templates so you have a collection of different type of tanks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to click like and subscribe. Bye.